Ever feel like you're really trying to learn English, putting in the time, but it's like you're moving through mud?
Yeah, know that feeling.
Yeah,
You're not getting anywhere fast. A lot of language learners hit that wall. It's a real drag.
it is. So let's dive in. We're going to go deep on how to learn English faster. No magic tricks or special genes.
Right to the point. Pure practical stuff. Backed by science, so you can actually see real results faster.
It's about working smarter, not just harder.
Absolutely.
And one thing that really struck me going through all the research was this idea that folks who pick up English quickly don't just study it. They
No.
kind of like live it. It's part of their life, not just a textbook thing.
It's like they breathe it,
Yeah.
It becomes a natural part of their day.
Okay, so let's unpack that. What separates someone who seems to just absorb English effortlessly from those who get stuck? Is it like they were born with a language superbrain or something?
Actually, research shows that's not really it. It's less about raw brain power and way more about having the right approach.
So it's a skill, something you can learn.
Exactly. Faster learners are using better techniques, strategies that just click with how our brains work. Like if you're training for a marathon.
You don't just run as hard as you can every day, right? You got to have a plan.
Exactly. You need a smart training program that builds up your strength and endurance gradually. Language learning is similar.
Okay, so that's encouraging, makes it feel achievable.
Yeah.
What are some of those common mistakes people make that can really slow them down?
Well, one big one is getting lost in the grammar maze. Memorizing all these rules without actually speaking.
Oh, yeah, I've been there. Tenses, clauses, all that. You can know it on paper, but freeze up in a real conversation.
It's like trying to learn to swim by reading a manual. You got to get in the water.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
What else trips people up?
Another one is the classic vocabulary cram. Trying to learn massive word lists without any context. Just words on a page, hard to remember, hard to actually use.
So it's not enough to just know, like Perot means dog.
Right. You need to be able to say, my dog loves to chase squirrels, and actually picture it, feel it.
You got to bring it to life.
Exactly. And then there's this fear monster that holds people back.
Fear.
Yeah. Fear of messing up, sounding silly. Learners get so worried about being perfect that they don't speak at all.
But you got to make mistakes to learn.
Right, exactly. Mistakes are like little clues showing you what to focus on. And that brings us to a key point from our research. To learn English faster, it's not just about burning the midnight oil.
It's about using the right tools, the right methods.
Yes. Working smarter, not just harder, like we said before.
Okay, so let's give our listeners those tools. What are some top strategies they can use right now to pick up English faster?
One super effective method is to learn new words in context, not just as isolated definitions. So instead of apple equals fruit, learn it in a sentence like, I like to eat a crisp red apple in the morning.
Ah, so you're actually seeing how it's used.
Exactly. Flashcards are great for this, but make them good. Don't just have the word in translation, put a full example sentence.
That makes a difference. What else can people do?
Another game changer is to start thinking in English from the very beginning.
Really? Right from day one?
As much as you can. It's about skipping that translation step in your head. Instead of thinking, tengo hambre, then converting it to, I'm hungry. Try to connect the feeling of hunger directly to the English phrase.
So you're creating a shortcut, a new pathway in your brain.
Precisely. A good exercise is to narrate your day in English, even if it's just in your head. What you're doing, seeing, feeling, all in English.
Okay, I see how that would build up over time. What else?
Ever heard of the 80-20 rule?
Vaguely. Something about efficiency, right?
Yeah, basically 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. In language learning, this means focusing on the words you'll use most often.
So prioritize those high-frequency words.
Yep. Master the most common 1,000 words first. With those, you can understand a lot and have basic conversations.
It's about being strategic with your energy.
Precisely. Once you have that solid foundation, learning new words becomes easier because you encounter them in context and already have a good grasp of the basics.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, what about just listening to English? Not actively studying, but having it in the background.
That's huge. Prioritize listening over just hitting the books. Surrounding yourself with English, even passively, can make a massive difference.
What are some good ways to do that?
Movies and TV shows with English subtitles are fantastic. You're connecting the words to what you see.
Right.
Podcasts are great too. Pop one on during your commute or while doing chores. And don't forget YouTube. Lots of real-life conversations there.
So basically, immerse yourself in English as much as possible.
Exactly. It trains your ear, improve your pronunciation, and you start to pick up natural rhythms and intonation.
So we've talked about taking in information, learning in context, listening, and starting to think in English. What about actually speaking? When is the right time to start?
The best time, day one. So many people wait until they feel ready, fluent enough, but that can really hold you back.
So don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Exactly. The more you speak, even with mistakes, the more comfortable and confident you'll become.
So just jump in.
Yep. Talk to yourself in English. Find a language exchange partner. There are great apps for that, like HelloTalk.
Yeah, I've heard good things about those apps. You can connect with native speakers. Everyone's learning together.
Exactly. Every conversation, every mistake is a step forward.
We've covered a lot. Any other power moves that can really accelerate learning?
Two more big ones are spaced repetition and learning through stories.
Spaced repetition, what's that?
It's a way of reviewing what you learn at specific intervals. So instead of cramming a ton of vocab at once, you review it more frequently at first, then less and less over time.
Like on day 1, then day 3, then day 7, and so on.
Precisely. It taps into how our memory works. By revisiting stuff just as you're about to forget it, you make those memories stick. There are apps like Anki and Quizlet that can help you do this automatically.
Oh, wow. So it keeps track of when you need to review each word. That's handy.
It is. And then learning through stories. Our brains love stories. We remember them way better than just facts or lists.
Stories are engaging. They stick with you.
Exactly. So listen to audiobooks, story-based podcasts, real-life conversations. You'll naturally absorb grammar and vocabulary without even realizing it.
It's like you're sneaking in the learning.
Exactly. It's fun, it's natural, it works. Our research actually said, quote, try these methods and you'll notice a huge difference in how fast you improve.
That's awesome. Now, how about a little challenge for our listeners to get them thinking in English right now?
Love that idea.
Okay, listener, picture this.
Yeah.
You're at a coffee shop. What would you say to order your usual drink? Maybe a pastry too? Think about the exact phrases you'd use.
Yeah, really imagine yourself there.
Okay, next. A coworker asks about your hobbies. What do you like to do? Describe it in English. Use vivid language.
Let those words flow.
And last one. Someone's giving you directions, but you miss a turn. How do you ask them to repeat? Politely, of course.
In a way that they understand.
Take a minute, really play those out in your head. It's a simple but powerful way to start thinking in English in everyday situations.
You got it.
So to wrap things up, the big takeaway from this deep dive is that by using these smarter strategies, you really can accelerate your English learning.
Learn in context. Cultivate that English thinking. Focus on those high-frequency words. Immerse yourself in listening. Speak from day one. And use tools like spaced repetition and stories.
And ditch that feeling of being stuck.
Yes. Make English part of your life, not just a subject you study.
We'd love to hear from you. What's one English learning tip that's really worked for you? Hit us up on social media handle. Maybe we'll feature it in a future deep dive.
And speaking of future deep dives, next time we're tackling the power of daily habits in English improvement. Simple things you can do every day to make big progress.
Don't miss it. It's going to be good.
It is.
One last thought for you to chew on this week. Which of these strategies seems the easiest or most fun for you to try? Pick just one, weave it into your routine this week, see what happens. Even small changes can make a big difference when you're intentional about it.
Absolutely.
Happy learning, everyone.
Bye for now.